Hey everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a brand new day. This is today's Rundown with Ramon show, and I'm so glad you're here to be with me on today's show because if you weren't here, what a lovely, I meant to say lonely, it would be lovely, but a lonely show it would be. So welcome. Glad you all are here today. The flagship topic of the day is how to create something truly that's transformative. And I get this riff today from Seth Godin. And I must say, it's a topic, not a topic, but how he's outlined it. I don't even know much about it. It's going to stretch me a bit because it's something I'm not sure what he means, but I'm still going to jump into it. So we got that today and more. I'm going to actually go through BWC Daily and talk about some of the headlines I see here as we integrate the show because I think some of the prompts are so good. But I'm glad you're here today. I went to bed about 1:30 or 2 o'clock this morning, woke up at about 5 o'clock to do a 5:30 shuttle run as we get started our annual church convention on Wednesday here in Western Pennsylvania. I've been here since last Wednesday, so today I've been here for a week prepping for this moment today, ushering in about 3,000 people across the campus, doing everything imaginable, shuttle service, childcare service, setting up, audio, video, going to Walmart and getting, or Sam's Club and getting pallets and pallets of water. I could go on. So it's been a great experience, but I'm glad you're here today. And hey, Health, good to see you here. What a great show. Bella, glad to have you here. Hey, Chris Cushing, glad to have you here. Marvin Reed, Mr. Strategy himself. Stars, Tina, the host with the most is here. Florence is here. Shantae is here. Malika's here. Denny's here. Marla's here. We got Angelica's here and Tammy and Edith and so many others joining us. Z is here, Clubhouse Queen and Paula and more are here. Glad you're all here today enjoying the Rundown with Ramon show and the previous segments that we have. So let's dive into today's show. We get to spend the next 54 minutes together and we'll see what transpires today. And I want to remind you, today's show is brought to you by Bitdefender Small Business Security. Listen, it's easy to go home at night and we just lock the doors of our house. Click, click. It's easy to leave our cars and we lock the doors of our cars. Boop, boop. But what about your business? What about Shantae's business? What about Z's business? What about, thank you, Z. What about Stars Tina's business? What about Marla's business? Are they secure or not? Well, Bitdefender Small Business Security wants to make sure that you're secure. You want to check them out. Bitdefender.com/Ramon. I know many of you have switched and are doing that because I've gotten notifications that says, hey, Ramon, we're switching. I also remind you to join me at Genius Talks Mastermind. If you're looking for a powerful experience of peer-to-peer insights from your peers and colleagues, you're looking for deep dive strategies, you're looking for the most amazing networking, check out geniustalksmastermind.com, geniustalksmastermind.com, 20 seats for 20 people, and one of them could be yours. And lastly, we're getting to the juicy part. Well, this is all juicy, but we're getting to the meat of the conversation today. Join me in Ramon Office Hours with Ramon, RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. Join me and let me help you build the business that you deserve, marketing, sales, mindset, books, podcasting, personal branding, and more. Join me. So let's go. We got a show to start. Click graphics on Restream. And I like the little 5-second intro here. Let's go. And hey, good morning to you, Alexandra Nicole. Glad to have you here on the Rundown with Ramon show, watching me on Facebook. Thank you, Alexandra, for being here. Danny Ruffs, glad you're here. Also, a Facebook watcher, glad you're here on today's Rundown with Ramon show. So I wanted to give you a headline of the day today that caught my eye, Marla Michelle, as we run to Walmart. The headline says, Pastor Jeff, that Walmart cuts prices on everything from beef to backpacks to broccoli and Botox. It didn't say all that. I added that in there. But the point I'm getting is about price sensitivity. I noticed in our Breakfast with Champions family, I noticed that many of you are very price sensitive. When you make your offers, you do your offers. Oh, no. It's free. Like you're scared to charge somebody money. You say, oh, it's not that expensive. It's $500, but for you all, it's $49. And we rush into that. What if one day you and I made an offer and said, by the way, it's $550. You're welcome to buy it now, and then paused? Because if the transformation is so value, If indeed health wealth can help me live a healthier life, maybe it shouldn't be discounted. Maybe I should pay for it. If indeed Chris Cushing is the best operations manager in the world, maybe it shouldn't be a discount. Maybe it should be full fee if indeed I need it. If Marvin Reed, who is indeed the amazing and best strategist in the world, is so good, even without the British accent that we all fall in love with, he just shows up, hello, I'm Marvin. You need to think strategic. Why are you not being strategic? And we all just swoon and, oh my Lord, Marvin said it. If that is the case, that he is the best strategist, then maybe it should be full fee and we shouldn't lower our price. If Leslie indeed is an amazing book marketer and book publisher, maybe the price, in fact, should be more because I have a story to tell. And I could go on and on and on and on with each person hearing the sound of my voice or watching the Rundown with Ramon show. This is the thing, dear friends. Walmart is playing a different game. Hear this clearly. Malika, you can never play their game. Never, meaning for what I know of you today. Understand that. Natasha, you can never, ever play the game of Walmart. Take that to the bank. Pastor Jeff, you can never play their game. And I'm not saying that doesn't mean one day you won't be a billionaire scion, you all. But I'm saying in the case of, as friends here, we know what our track is. We're 40-year-old, 50-year-old people, what we're trying to build. You can't beat them at that game. So let's stop playing this game. Walmart cuts prices. They're proud to say the pickles were $3.97. Now they're $3.96. Now they're $2.99. Now they're buy one and get 10 free. We can't do that, people. We need to only sell premium. And I encourage us all today. Let's stop playing chess with Walmart. Let's let Walmart play chess with Amazon and let us play chess with others. Does this mean you shouldn't be able to have your mindset bigger? Of course not. But this means in the pricing game, let's stop discounting ourselves so fast and so much. And your boy Ramon, I've been guilty of this as well. I've been guilty of this. It's easy for me to discount pricing. The fear grips you. You're like, maybe they won't buy. Maybe they don't have the budget for it. If they don't have the budget for Stars Tina's health services, then I can always say, Stars Tina, that's not in the budget for me. Can you give me a better price? And what will she say? Absolutely. You wanted 1 through 10? Great. I'll take away 5 through 10, and now we can have it half off. Is that what you'd like? I'll give you a car with 1 tire, and when you have money, you can get the other 3. Smile, ka-ching, cash that check. My name is Ramon, everybody. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. I want to pause on that little nugget, that little gem that I ripped in the pages of LinkedIn News. Any thoughts on this aspect of pricing? Pastor Jeff has stepped in here, kind of summarizing there and saying, stop discounting yourself. It's a disservice to you and those you serve. And of course, all that I just said, this doesn't mean we don't flexible and have things and different pricing and all those things and work with people, of course, but it's more the mindset. It's the mindset that I'm so afraid to charge a premium, because if you have a premium customer that expects to pay a premium price because you're so amazing, then you shouldn't discount. God bless America and God bless capitalism. Who's on mic? Say their name. We'll take 1 or 2 quick shares. If there's anybody, there may be no one, but if anybody wants to jump in or ask me a question on this or any other topic, the mic is yours. I love it. Marla Michelle is saying here on the Facebook side, my services are not on the clearance aisle. Marla, exactly. And I love that. Let's keep moving forward on today's Rundown with Ramon show. I want to dive into some of the nuggets that Seth Godin was talking about in a recent blog post. And it's a post that is so amazing, so detailed, I fully don't even know how to unpack it for you. And I was chewing on this the last few days and wondering, should I step into this? And Seth Godin's blog post, you can get it yourself. I'm not reading it, but I'm riffing and using the notes from it right now. There's no secret of what I'm doing. And it's called Promotion, Activation, Conversation. And Seth Godin has a few different angles, a few different nuggets that I want to pull out. And then I will unpack that and slowly walk you through this on today's Rundown with Ramon show. And number one, he says this aspect, or I'm riffing from this, I'm summarizing this, is promotion is awareness, not success. One of the first things I'm doing, and I talked about this in my book, Celebrity CEO. If you don't have the book, you want to go to Amazon and get Celebrity CEO. I talk about generating awareness. I talk about the exact same thing Seth Godin says, that the first thing you need to do is generate awareness, because if nobody knows you're in business, how can they buy from you? It didn't help do that today for 30 minutes in her show. Before you can buy from her, before you can become a client from her, as Chris Cushing is and gave such a glowing review, you first have to know she's there. You first have to know she has services for you. And maybe you don't even know you have a problem. So awareness is one. Promotion is important, but it's not the end game. And I can easily get caught up in this and not doing enough sales, but just being the flash in the pan promoter. And I need to do better in that. Promotion says, have you seen what I made? Promotion says, it can be a social post. It can be interview. It can be email, all these things. Attention matters. Yes, it says Godin. Attention does matter 100%. But by itself, it does not create revenue. And I want us to understand that. So many of us saying, I want to have a podcast. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's only half the thing. You also have to be able to have a clear call to action. A clear thing where you're saying, hey, listen, Ramon Ray can help you build your business. Ramon Ray can help you take your business to the next level. One way he does that is he has Ramon Office Hours, which is free for 1 month so you can try it out. If you want to work with Ramon Ray, check out RamonOfficeHours.com. That is getting awareness. You now know what I can do, and I've given a clear call to action and told you what you need to do to go to do that. Breakfast of the Champions, the same way, is one of the best attention vehicles out there. Meaning what we're doing here, where you have a show, where you have content, you're getting attention, and then you give people the opportunity to enroll in what you have. I'll pause for a minute, see if anybody wants to join me on that. And I have quite a bit to go, but I want to always give the stage time to chime in. And I want to say one thing before I release the mic. Alexandra Nicole, love what she shared here on the Facebook side. I was nervous about charging for people to participate in EYG events, even though it was effective. Now that I charge, people pay. The fear was unnecessary. You're right. You're right. It's fearful because you're wondering, will anybody buy? Maybe they think this of me or that of me. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different ways we've been brought up. But if you're in business, if you need to make money, if you want to pay your rent, pay your mortgage, if you want to give back to your family, if you want to pay yourself, if you want to make a bigger impact on the world financially, if you want to be able to give to others, then that means you should be able to have the wealth to be able to do that. And for most of us, for many of us, thank you, Alexandra, for posting that, that wealth comes from the businesses that we have. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'll pause. Hey, hey. However you pronounce it is fine. Easy, how are you? Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon stage. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. 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 Absolutely. I love that. And these, yeah, so these are necklaces, correct? Well, good, great. I love it. Yep. Perfect. And I know what you mean. And it is, and what I want you to do is spend another minute or two. And I'm going to close my eyes, easy. I'm going to close my eyes. And I want you to tell me the story about these necklaces. I want you to take your time. I want you to breathe. and I want you to take 30 seconds or so, meaning a minute, whatever it is. But I want you to pretend I'm a lady, could be a man too, but I'm a woman there, and I want to, I guess, glam, right? I want to look a little, I want to accentuate myself, right? That's the purpose of jewelry. And I want you to tell me the story. I want you to give me the background. I want you to bring this necklace to life for me. Breathe, take your time. Tell me about these necklaces. Why do I want them on my neck or on my wrist? The mic is yours. No, I am your customer, right? No, no, no. I want you. I'm a woman in front of you right now. I just pulled up in my modest middle class car. Got out. I got my two children holding their hand, one in a stroller, one not. And I love jewelry. I like it, and I'm just here in the market browsing. And I stopped by yours, the first one nobody's bought. It's early in the morning. That fear's gripping you, but I want you to tell me the story. Go. Hi. Hi. No, my name is Melissa. My name is Melissa. Hi, how are you? Yes. Mm, okay. Hmm. Nice. Okay. Okay. Hmm. 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 Ooh, I love that. Hmm. 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 Sure, sure. Okay, I got it. I got it easy. Two things. Two things. I got it. Two things. No, no, you're good. Two things I want you to consider. And again, listen, we're just having some fun here in this short amount of time on the Rundown with Ramon show, talking about wooden necklaces. But two things I want you to consider, and I want you to practice, and I want you to maybe even work someone to help with that. You can do barter, whatever it is. But here's two things I want you to consider. And again, I easy. You've done so much amazing work. You're the warrior in the garden. I mean, you're the warrior in the arena. So I understand the pressure, but I'm just giving you ideas to work with. One thought could be, what are the kind of questions you're asking people as they come in? Hey, Melissa, good morning. I love your little bookie. What's your son's name? Oh, his name is Jeremy. So cute, even though probably he's ugly as heck, but so cute. Glad you came here to the festival and brought your child. I love that dress you have. Where did you get it? She's going to tell you where she got it. She's going to say, and then you're going to hold up that necklace to her neck and say, wow. By the way, do you ever go out on Friday nights? Do you ever go out and hang out? She's gonna say, yes, me and my man go out, or I go with my girlfriends, whenever we go out. And you're gonna hold that necklace to her, and you're going to tell her how these necklaces come from mango trees in East Africa, and how the sun hits this wood. And the guys go to the forest, carve the trees out, and gently by hand or by machine, but by hand, carve each of these wooden necklaces. We string them together. They come over here. As they're on your neck, ma'am, you have one of the most unique stories you can tell your girlfriends, or you can tell your people at church the next time you wear these. Everybody else has plain necklaces. You will be the only one that can say, you have a necklace from East Africa from a mango tree, and it goes well with the nice sandals you have. So that's one line. Truthfully, you want to put her in that vision of what she's wearing. You want to give her imagine, because you are, I'm assuming, your client. So that's one angle to do it. The second thing you could do it, and this probably easy, is probably not for you. You probably shouldn't do it. In fact, easy, you probably can't do it. It's probably too much for you. I'm about to say probably too much, too much. But wow, what if you have an email list and social and all these things, if you don't talk to somebody at BWC and get it done, but imagine if you started doing something so different and let people come to the next market you're at, because you're going to have a small little fashion show. You are going to maybe take pictures of the ladies wearing your necklace with what they come in on, and take them for a Saturday glam shot. Or you're going to just take their pictures, and you're going to start to reward them randomly with a nice luxury spa box. And you had a line of 16 people at the gate coming to your booth the next time. It was not empty. You rewrote the script of what it meant for that market to start. I'm going to pause right there. Easy, was any of that helpful? Was it too much? Was any of that useful for you? Or was it total rubbish? Well, guess what? You can, yes, I understand it. And can I tell you why? Another thing that will help you easy, and then I'm gonna let you continue. Remember, the ladies, and it could be men too, but I'm gonna go in this demographic, the ladies that want to wear this, you are doing them a favor. She wants to elevate her brand, her look, right? That's the purpose of jewelry. We all wear watches. The watch I have, right? I could have had a plain watch easy, but I wanted the nice big bold, those guys like those big, thick chromograph watches. I wanted it. It makes me look all whatever I want to look. So in the same way, when she wears the jewelry, you are helping her. You are doing her a favor to elevate her, accentuate her neck, to accentuate her chest, to kind of that area there, and accentuate her ears or whatever it may be. When she puts her hair up or down or combs it, whatever it is, that's a statement. That's like an air freshener in a home is jewelry on the neck. Oh, I made that up. Somebody talk to me. Go ahead, Easy. Mike is yours. I love it. Yes. Well, I've been to London. Mhm. Mhm. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. You're welcome. And in fact, Easy, God bless you too. And another thought for you, Easy, especially since they have the money, they have it's the right market. Every market's different, right? Some markets are price sensitive, but in this, speaking highly, if they have the money, price is not even the issue. They will ask it, of course, but don't even make it about price. It's, do you want to be glam? Do you want glam too, or do you want sassy? Which necklace would you like to be, miss? That's it. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. That was easy. Click on Easy's link and get some of her jewelry. We're going to move forward with a few other comments here. I love that. Pastor Jeff is here on Facebook saying, the product sells itself. You tell the story. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Easy, for being here today. You too, Easy. All right. We're going to go to number two. And stay here with me, Easy, and everybody else here on the Rundown with Ramon show. Number two from Seth Godin. Stop confusing visibility with impact. That's another idea for you, Easy. As you're selling your beautiful necklaces, you're getting visibility, but maybe there's a way that everybody who buys a necklace, everybody who buys a book, Malika, everybody who buys a coaching session, Stars Tina, everybody who buys an NLP package from you, Pastor Jeff, everybody who buys that, maybe there's some impact you get with it. Seth Godin says you can be seen everywhere and still not be building a business. This is one of the challenges I'm working through right now. I do a lot of talking, but the sales aren't matching how much talking I'm doing. If our video can feel exciting, but did it make sales? So I want you all to think about not just making an impact, not just going viral, not just having the clicks, but I want you all to think, am I making sales? Is this moving my business forward? Seth Godin says this, his point number three, Seth Godin says this. He says activation is often the missing middle. Activation is what gets somebody past hesitation. What I think of the people who've signed up and are coming to Genius Talks Mastermind, we're still working through it. It's still a work of that we're experimenting, exploring, and trying to grow and doing as best we can. It's going very well, in fact. Thank you, Chris Cushing, for being a key part of helping me grow Genius Talks Mastermind. But it's also the activation. It's also the tension is like, will anybody buy? But once the people come in, once they're in the room, you can feel the difference. And that's what we're selling. Yes, Genius Talks Mastermind, for example, but I'm also selling and saying, if you want to be in the room where there's true transformation, if you want to be in the room where there's truly entrepreneurs that you can latch onto, then you want to be at Genius Talks Mastermind. We're doing this all day long. Activation. It's the missing middle is what Seth Godin says. Number four, and I'll pause and get the BWC if you want to join me as well. You'll have time for your question like Easy did. What a great question. Easy, by the way. Please go to bwcdaily.com, bwcdaily.com. Find me in the chat. Find my name, Easy, if you like, or you can email me. But either way, I'd love to see a picture of your jewelry And I'd love to see a link to your jewelry. So easy, please make sure you find me, Ramon Ray, DM me across some platforms somehow, but not on Clubhouse, any other platform. And I'd love to see your jewelry and check it out. In fact, Marvin Easy is also in England. He's in London area somewhere there, and he has way too much money. Way too much. He was calling me yesterday in tears because he didn't know where to put it. So he can easily buy a few pounds of your jewelry. So there's that. Number 4, ask why should they act now? This is, again, advice that Seth Godin is riffing on that I'm summarizing from a post he made. And he talks about most marketing tells people what something is. Better marketing helps people understand why it matters to them right now. Again, as we build Genius Talks Marketing, one of the lines that have resonated with me is, it's status by association, not status by title. Everybody wants status. Everybody wants to feel special. Everybody wants to feel important. Everybody wants to feel good. That's a given. But as I do Genius Talks Mastermind, I realize what people like in the room is the transformation that happens in the room. Seth Godin says, what problem are they tired of dealing with? In the case of you, Easy, this can go with you. Is the lady who's buying jewelry from you, is she tired of the same bland look? Is she tired of the same boring look? Is she tired of the same, oh, that's a cute diamond and going on? But when she puts on your jewelry, she puts on your wooden jewelry from mango trees from Africa, there's a story she gets to tell. There's a story she gets to tell. There's a story that can make her the center of delicious attention just by the jewelry she's accessorizing her beauty with. Seth Godin says, ask the question, what outcome do they want badly enough to move? This is the question. I was on the phone with a future client, and I asked them the same question in a different way. I said, you can keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and hire any backwater, low margin, fake energy, doohickey keynote speaker or event host. But if you hire Ramon Ray, I guarantee you have an experience like none other. So asking the client, why should they act now? What's in it for them? Point 5, and then I'll pause. Anybody wants to come with me, talk to me, ask me a question about anything in your mind. Doesn't have to be this topic. But number 5, Seth Godin says, oh, yeah, let me just finish this up. Thank you, Pastor Jeff. Yeah, actually, no, we'll do it right now. Pastor Jeff, the mic is yours. Please talk to me. Please. Mhm. Pastor Jeff, I love that idea. No comment needed from you, Easy, right now. But Pastor Jeff, I love that, especially Easy, because you said the ladies, people that are your customers buying, right, Pastor Jeff, they have the income. Metaphorically, talking about the market in general. That's something, Pastor Jeff, what you just said. You're not just selling it, a beautiful jewelry in a bag, and I'm sure Easy makes it look great. But imagine it coming in a little more premium box, even if it's a paper box, coming, wrapped in something, has the little card you see it on some things you buy that has the story, a picture of it, maybe, whatever it may be. That adds 200, 300, 400, 500% to the entire experience. So Pastor Jeff, thank you. I love that. A certificate of authenticity or something like that, that makes it more than just jewelry, but you're actually buying a story and you just happen to get jewelry with it. I love that, Pastor Jeff. Number 5, this is the Rundown with Ramon show. Promotion needs permission, says Seth Godin. Your email list, podcast audience, followers, and community are not just numbers. I do not take it for granted as I look at this stage today. I don't take it for granted that Leslie is giving me her attention, that Marvin's giving me his attention, that G.A. Pemberton is giving me attention, that Tiffany's giving me their attention. I do not take it for granted that Edith is here, that Stanley's here, that Dominique is here. I don't take it for granted that Pastor Jeff, that Marla, and others have been in the live stream. I don't take it for granted. It's my job to have your attention, my job to cause you to move and take action. That is on me, no one else. It's my job. And you all have to understand that. Number 6, shared trust is powerful, says Seth Godin. Appearing on another person's podcast, stage, or newsletter puts you in front of people who trust that host. Isn't this what we do in some way on Breakfast with Champions? All of you can have your own podcasts and platforms and all this, and many of you do. Many of you do. But why do we come here? Why am I here? It's not just you. It's not about you. It's me too. Why did I buy this from Mary Lynn? Why am I running BWC? I didn't have to say yes to this. Running BWC is a headache. Trust me on that. It is a headache. However, there are benefits as well. I have my own shows, my own podcast, my own things I do. But Seth Godin says, shared trust is powerful. This is what we do here. Shared trust. Dr. EP here, hearing the sound of my voice. River here, hearing the sound of my voice. Hey, what's up, Doris? Good to see you there, hearing the sound of my voice. It's shared trust. We are all here together, learning together. The boat is rising for all of us. There's a shared community. Chris Cushing just showed it. She amplified and said, hey, I've worked with Shantae Wells. I've worked with Health Wells. Wow, wow, wow. She's worked for me. She'll work for you too. You've heard Malika Starr talk about she's benefiting from being in remote office hours. You've heard this circle of trust. You've heard me mention Marvin's name so many times. I've worked with him, seen him, heard him consistently over time. This is a circle of trust that we get to build and know who's the real deal, who's working, and who's really low-class moron. And anybody wants a list of BWC people who are low-class morons, I'm selling it. It's $9.99 a month. You can sign up for my list. I'll send it to you. Marla, let's go. Bring it to me. And by the way, Marla, congratulations on your new show coming up July 14th, I believe it was Tuesday, 7 or 8. Love and, what, remind us again, Love and Order. I'm excited. Marla's got a show coming up with Donald. It's going to be amazing, talking about the business of marriage and more. So, Marla, congratulations to you. Please, ma'am, the mic is yours. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I love that. Sure. And I'm going to repeat what I'm hearing, but then I want you to come back, stay with me here, and I want you to come back and kind of ask the question again, because I think there's a nuance to it. I think that there is, and I'm going to answer it a few different ways. There is something to, let's say you and I, Marla, I'm selling you a carpet cleaning service for your home, right? Carpet cleaning service. And if I may not be the right thing, but let me know. Marla said, no, not right now, blah, 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 blah. No, knows the essence, but she's got carpet. She's going to need carpet cleaned at some point. So level one, I can just have you on my email list. I can put you in a mailing the whole time. Maybe you refer business. It's so low, it's a numbers game. So that's one. I think number two, I'm somewhere, Marla. Hey, somebody is on mic. Number two, Marla, is that let's say I'm selling carpet cleaning services, and everybody has wood floors, Marla. Obviously, that's a repivot. I didn't look at the customer base properly, and that's a way I need to sell wooden floor cleaning. Or I observe a number of my customers have wood floors. Here's why I have the choice, Marla, and this may be the question you're asking. I can lean in on saying, nope, all I do is carpet cleaning. That's fine, Marla. There's 100 houses, 10 have carpets. All I do is carpet cleaning just to those people. Or I can make a decision, Marla. You know what? The market needs something different than I have. I'm going to have to invest in some new tools, new services, new training, because carpet and wood is different. But people know me. People are smiling. They're around me. They say they definitely buy from me if I had it. Now it's time for me to consider if I want to make the investment and also sell. We now do carpet and hardwood floors, and then build a referral business where, guess what? I notice you need painting. I can refer others in my network to you. You need a lawn care. I can refer lawn care to you, because everything I'm doing is touching the home. Let me know, Marla, if I confused it, if I went much bigger than you asked, or if it was helpful or not. Feel free to say it wasn't. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. And I love that. And I go through the same thing, Marla, all the time. Me, you and I do different things. Let's say in your case, you're helping those who are re-entering back into society from prison, things of this nature, right? But I bet, Marla, there's tentacles to it, right? A client may say, we don't got anybody who was in prison. They keep saying, no, 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 no. You go back, you're like, wait a minute. You said they were on drug rehab, but never prison? Oh, I can help there too. Am I right? Am I something like that, Marla, right? You're like, you asked the wrong question. You kept saying prison. They're like, no. But you're like, something I'm missing. And you're like, bet. Sorry. Yes, I can help people who need help and you know, and ancillary services of what you do, Marlon. So I love that. Because I go through the same thing. You know, similar thing in my business where I don't want to go straight too far away from what I'm doing, but I had a call at Verizon. I need to get back to them on this. But you know, and Chris and I were speaking about it. Is that Verizon's like, oh, you're doing this series of events, Genius Talks Mastermind. Can you? Oh, it reminds me, I need to go back to UBS. Several follow-ups I have to do. I have to go back to UBS. But Verizon or UBS may say, Ramon, we'll buy out all the seats. Do this just for us. That's kind of ish, Marla, the pivot. So I love this. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. Anybody else wanted to jump in? Hey, Iana, Musical Web. Good to see you, Iana. How you doing? Anybody else want to jump in with a question, thought, comment before, preferably not a comment, preferably a question before we move on today? Mike is yours if anybody wants to jump in. Hey, Malika. Yep. Yep. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give an example of one thing you can do. And again, everybody, give me grace. Me having the mic, me pontificating for you asking questions. It's easy for me to do, and I've said it before, but I always acknowledge the warrior in the fight, which I am, which Malika is, and all of you. These are ideas, but I'm glad, as Easy said and others, and Marla said, that it's helpful. So here's what I would say, Malika, in your case. You pitching any of us here, you pitching Marla. Hey, Marla, you could do your next book with me. Take the $5,000, the $10,000 offer, or the $25,000 pitch, 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 pitch. Got it. Marla's, she could be. You'll have a number of customers that will take up on that when she's ready. But the easier thing, just using Marla as an example, you talking to Marla, saying, Marla, for free, Marla. And TM does this very well. TM does this very well. He is printing a bank. Malika, what you can do is every Thursday, every Sunday, every whatever it is, join me. Do you have a book inside you? Do you have a book inside you? Is your story book worthy? See, now that would get Marla to fight. That would get her pissed off at you. See what I'm saying, Malika? Because she'd be like, what? Malika saying I may not have a book inside me. All the work I'm doing may not be book worthy. I got to show up. I'm having some fun here, but you get the principle I'm making, the tension. You going to somebody and saying, you may not have a book. Maybe you shouldn't do a book, but join me for free every X day, 2 hours. We have a master clinic and you can join me. In essence, Malika Noel, is it in a way, this is what the Rundown with Ramon show is? When you think about it, my clients can observe me and watch me. Many of them, the Rundown with Ramon, Malika, it's in their mouth. I don't know how long the journey will take for me to be where I want. Chris has a lot more faith than I do. But even Malika, as I'm unloading water from my truck, do you know, Malika, the 40 guys I'm working with on my team, do you know they joke with me and they say back to me, Malika, make an impact, Ramon, make an impact. They say, Ramon, on time is late. These young bloods, Malika, are repeating back to me my own words. Seth Godin told me, Ramon, the biggest compliment you can get from anybody, or from him at least, he says, is when people start repeating back your words, especially when you're not there. So, Malika, my point is, you asked me about freebie offers. Sorry, I got sidetracked. My point being, that's what I would do for you. Package something that's premium-ish. Here's a clinic. Here's an audit. Here's the blueprint from Malika, and you give that out to everybody, Malika. You give it out, give it out. What's going to happen? It'll build your funnel, build your base, build your brand, and it's a numbers game. All you need is X% to convert. Was that slightly helpful, Malika? Let's do it. I love it. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show, and I enjoy being here for 1 hour with you at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. Here I am off-site. I'm not in my regular studios, and you know what? More and more, I may not be in my studios. I need to carry my podcast equipment everywhere I go. This session of Rundown with Ramon is brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender, reminding you when you go home at night, you lock your door. When you leave your car, you lock your car. Boop, boop. But what about your small business? Is it safe and secure, or is it ready for hackers to infect and attack your business? Find out. Get bitdefender.com to strengthen your business at bitdefender.com. Join me live at Genius Talks Mastermind. Genius Talks Mastermind, an amazing series of events, peer-to-peer insights, deep dive strategies, and curated networking for your business to grow. Genius Talks Mastermind, it's for you if you know it's for you. 20 seats, 20 people, one of them could be yours. And lastly, brought to you by our friends at Ramon Office Hours. I was talking with the premier coach there, Ramon, his name is, and he does coaching, personal branding, sales, marketing, books, podcasting, and more. All these questions, if you're looking at what Ramon does, I'm like, dang, how does he do what he does? I'd like to learn some of that. Join me in Ramon Office Hours. Ding, 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 ding. Moving on to the sixth topic, I believe it was. Time goes so fast. Let's see, let me scroll up here. He says here, yes, shared trust is powerful. We touched on that. What we're doing here in BWC, Breakfast with Champions, what we're doing here in the Rundown with Ramon, with the comments, it's a shared experience of trust. Seth Godin says this, number 7, he says, do not let hype become pressure. That's something else that is faulty with me at times. I get excited about the flash in the pan, but need to get more excited about the actual sales success and what's happening. So do not let hype become pressure. There's a difference between confidently promoting your work and making people feel hustled. Be enthusiastic, but stay human. Sell with confidence, not desperation. You can smell desperation. Desperation turns off people. The right client should feel invited, not trapped. This is a difference. You don't have to say, you don't got to use me. Go, don't let the door hit you. And you don't have to say, but I will always love you if you buy from me. You don't have to go either way. That was horrible, I know, but it is what it is. So do not let hype become the pressure that defines you. Number 8, I'll pause again. Anybody wants to join me on the live BWC stage? Number 8 says, create work people want to discuss. This, my friends, is powerful and easy. This is for you. And it's for all of us here, but as an example, when I think of Easy's amazing jewelry, imagine if Easy had jewelry or sold the jewelry, told the story of a jewelry that people had to talk about. That's called attention. That's called attention. Taylor Swift just showed it. She had her wedding in Madison Square Garden. She didn't have to have it there. Now, people said one reason she could have had it there was to have it as private as possible. You can seal the whole building and it's big. I get it. But think of Savannah Bananas, a baseball a baseball experience. But there is nothing like Savannah Bananas on the market. Nothing. What I'm doing with Rundown with Ramon, by God's grace, this Rundown with Ramon show that you see right here could have it a little different. It could have lower thirds, better lighting, better background, all this. But it's exactly the show I've wanted to do my whole life. Exactly the show I've wanted to do. Going live for about 1 hour, bringing a mix of personal development, business tips, and more, having a little fun or a lot of fun, and having a live studio audience. This is exactly what I want to do. And the only thing more I need to do is grow the audience, grow the reach, grow the impact, and then sell sponsorships. And I'm done. End of story. Done. I'm retiring. Meaning retire and do this. So think about the experience that you're doing. And it need not be ha, ha, ha. It need not be funny. But it does have to be engaging. It does have to be impactful. When I first started leading BWC, this is what I told all the hosts. All I'm asking is for your shows to be just a little bit better. All I'm asking is for your shows to be engaging and impactful. Feed the people. So number 8 is create work that people want to discuss. This is absolutely important. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer Bennett, good to have you here on the Rundown with Ramon show. Jennifer Bennett, AI specialist. And I think you had a nugget there about LinkedIn, Jennifer. Would love to know what that nugget was about. Moving forward, we are on point number 8. Let me scroll up here a bit. Build conversation tools, not just content. Seth Godin does this very well. Oftentimes he has playing cards or figures or weird stuff when he does launches his things, his books and things. So don't just create content, but make a way that people can discuss it. Make a way that people can enroll. Part of the enrolling we have is we have our live chat on the BWC stage. Number 10, make your offer easy to share. Easy to share. What are we saying in one offer, as it were? It's not a sales thing, but in one way, it's easy. BWCdaily.com, BWCdaily.com. Go. That's it. Go. Hit the share button. Remote office hours. Go to remote office hours. You want to join Ramon Ray. Easy. Now, I can do more to make it easy to share. I should probably have some sharing buttons or referral buttons, things like this. We'll work on this. We can only do so much at a time. But Seth Godin says, make your offer easy to share. This is what we all get to do. Is my offer easy to share? Is it easy for people to talk about? Number 11, think in groups, not just individual buyers. Easy, I'm going to go back to you about your jewelry. And the reason I like talking about jewelry, because we already talk about business services and things, what Marla's doing, what Shantae's doing, what Malika's doing. That's easy for us, and we can talk about that, groups. But I like about having a retail or a physical product, it's different, and it applies to all of us. So as you're thinking about in groups, put the ladies you serve easy into buckets. High net worth ladies who are looking for high-end jewelry when they want to glam up and go out with that particular dress, that particular pair of shoes. I got jewelry for you. Boom. That type of woman or that type of scenario. Second type of woman, the woman who's like, listen, I want everyday jewelry, put on some leggings, put on some flip-flops, but I want to add a little pop to what I'm doing. Got you. Easy got jewelry for you as well. Put your customers in buckets. My customers are in buckets. I have my top tier brand, usually they're tech clients, who can pay me my full speaking fee, $25,000, $15,000, whatever it may be. That is my fee, $25,000 to speak. Ramon, here's the fee. Here's your check. We're flying you out. Done. There's that bucket of clients. There's then my association clients, often $25,000 a bit too rich for them, but I have another bucket of clients, associations and people like this. They may be able to pay $7,000 to $15,000. And then I have others. Could be some of you. Hey, Ramon, can't pay you, but if I got my calendar empty and you want to fly me there, yeah, you could pay me $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 to come and speak at your event. So that's a friends rate. That's a different type of event, different type of feel, different type. So you as well may want to put the people you're working with in buckets. This is one thing Seth Godin says. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. I got a few more points to make, but let me pause. Any of this grab you? Any of this caused a question that came to you? Any of this caused a prompt? Any of this caused something you wanted to ask me, preferably? Let me know. G.A. Pimpleton, it's good to hear your voice, and I can never forget the roast we had of you. That was so deliciously. It was like having a funeral, man. You know, people can. There's a lot of course, we were messing with you, but really, there was a lot of good words about you, and that was such a blessing because you are a good man, from what I know of you. The mic is yours, G.A. Talk to me. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. 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 And GA, this was too easy for me, but I had a client, meaning through one of the marketplaces, I was testing it out, and they were usually used to have speakers for $300, $500, and I get it. We're all different levels. But GA, I got very comfortable, said, "Oh, no problem. Let me refer somebody else to you. But I can do nonprofit work, and I can donate my time to you if I feel like it. Absolutely, I can do that all day long, twice on Sunday. But you pay me $300 for something I'm not interested in, not going to happen." So GA, you're exactly right. The fear key, and GA, isn't it true as well that the fear makes you undesirable? Imagine me and you, Gia. I've been married 32 years. You married from here and there, but we both, one thing we have in common, Gia, we're expert on ladies. We know more about women than they know about themselves. They don't know jack about themselves. That's what's the sad thing about being BWC. It's what 60% women. They don't even know who they are. They need us. Correct. But the point is, GA, well, I was going somewhere. Oh, the fear. But we know one thing women don't like is a desperate man. Please, baby, can I please buy you a drink? Can I please come to your house? Can you please come to my, can you please hold my arm? Can you please? What woman wants a loser man like that? Am I right, G? Am I right? Come on. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, no, G, I'm glad you're here. G, it's always a good day. Listen, we got Pastor Jeff on the NLP side. You got you and I on this side helping these ladies here. I'm looking at Christina. She don't know. She don't even know about herself. I'm looking at Leslie. Don't know about herself. Looking at Renee. Don't know about it. Looking at Malika, and even especially Malika. She don't know. I'm looking at all these wonderful ladies. Paula, Carla. I'm glad y'all are here, but G. I know. See, I know you are, Leslie. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. Any of the ladies out there want to know more about what it is to be a lady? Me and GA can help you selling our course for $99 a month. My man, Marvin, the mic is yours. Take it, brother. Run with it. Oh, wow. GA, did you hear that? Marvin's like, ladies, I'm admitting, I don't know about y'all. Y'all can come and teach me. That's Billy what he's saying. That was slick, Marvin. He was saying, yeah, he was saying, baby, you can come and teach me. Call me. Marvin, I like you. Continue, please. The mic is yours. Mm, mm, mhm, mhm. Right. Mhm, Marvin, every time you speak, Marvin, it's amazing. And Marvin Reed, everybody, Marvin Reed, remind us your website. But I've known Marvin for, since BWC, 5 years, whatever it's been. And again, Marvin's one of those voices showing up consistently, saying the same thing over and over and over again. He's a real person. I have met him but I was underwhelmed, Marvin. You know what I'm saying, Marvin, from America. Oh, crumpets and Tay, all the queens, us Americans, we're easy. Marvin's like, Ramon, crumpet? That ain't nothing. A piece of bread, man. And I remember when I came to England, Marvin, I almost cried right on the in the hotel lobby. I'm like, that's a crumpet? I thought it would be like a crown next to it, or like it was. I was looking for something different. It was just. Anyway, I can't even. I'm so traumatized, Marvin. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely. No, but Marvin Reed, thanks for being here. Y'all click on Marvin's face. Those of you who don't know him, many of you do. But Marvin is the real deal. We got about 3 minutes to go. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. Pastor Jeff, the mic is yours, please. Mhm. I love that. No, listen. Pastor Jeff, ask it like nobody else is. One about the books and all those kinds of things. It's for ladies, so the algorithm knows who you are, Pastor Jeff, and you don't see the books. That's one. That's easy to answer. Number two, you're exactly right, Pastor Jeff. Listen, you rarely see deep advertising like this, but the word of mouth spreads. And when you do great work, oftentimes it spreads for yourself. Pastor Jeff, I had a taste of this just a few minutes ago, yesterday on a call. I'll be going to India. In fact, my Indian visa was just approved. 24 hours, they approved it. And the lady who's having me go there, Pastor Jeff, she said, you know what? I want you to talk to Ramon. I don't have to say anything. Oh, no, meaning because of her, Pastor Jeff, I didn't have to say anything. She had already gone forward and spread the word about Ramon. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Sorry for coughing so much. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I appreciate you all being here today, and I hope this show was good for you. Justin Conoco. Justin Conoco said he's a star. I want to say in my arrogance and confidence that he's talking about Ramon Ray, but Marvin, you and I both know he's talking about you. So it is what it is. I know this guy. What's up, Justin Conoco? Good to have you here, brother. Justin Conoco, a beloved member of BWC. My name is Ramon Ray. This is Breakfast with Champions. Glad you're here today. Thanks for being on the show. We'll be here by God's grace tomorrow, 7 a.m. And those who are listening on the podcast, on YouTube, and more on demand next year, 10 years from now, glad you're here today. Best way you can get to know me better, want to work with me, RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com, and check out GeniusTalksMastermind.com, GeniusTalksMastermind.com to experience an event with me. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. Everybody,